Hey, Kathy.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So glad to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's your week been since I saw you last?
It's been good. I really don't like the cold, so
Oh, I
that
know.
sucks.
I don't
getting
either.
to work and everything and having to go out and start the car when it's freezing, that is like the worst.
Absolutely. How's your car holding up, by the way?
It's gonna need some work soon.
Okay.
Yeah, it is in rough shape, but I'm just hoping it's gonna make it through winter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So hopefully I can save up, maybe like with my tax return next year, I can like get some of my stuff fixed with that.
That's a great idea. I think that's what a lot of people do with their tax money
Yeah.
anymore. Seems like a good time for that. So, okay, great. Well, today I wanted to work with you on goal setting and just kind of make some plans to start putting into action some of the things that we talked about and kind of bringing things to a resolution. Is what I'm hoping. If that sounds good with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
All right. So, on a scale of 1 to 5, what would you say you, how committed are you to trying to work on these goals?
I'll probably say a 3 because I know I want things to change, but I just know that it's going to be really hard. And I just know that dealing with John leaving and everything is just going to be... Because right now I've just been able to kind of put it off. Mm-hmm. And so I know that like actually doing things to make things better is going to be really challenging for me. Mm-hmm. So in my mind I'm really ready for it, but I feel like motivation-wise I might get like off track whenever things get hard.
I understand. That's completely understandable, and I think if you were like super psyched about it, I would almost say that's probably not realistic. Mm-hmm. Change is never easy, and it's uncomfortable, and but it's a growing process, and sometimes it happens really quickly, and sometimes it happens it takes a little bit longer, and it's a process. So, but I'm here to work through it with you, so hopefully that'll make things a little bit easier. Yeah. So as far as goals go, I know we talked in our last interview that about applying for food stamps. Mm-hmm. And so I did find you a caseworker for that is going to meet with you not next week, but the week after that. Okay. If you're able to do that. Yeah. And I'll give you that information before you leave. Okay. Today. And then, let's see. I know your main concern was childcare. Is that's still your top priority right now at this time?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Have you had any more problems with anybody saying anything about it, or they kind of left you alone for a little bit?
Yeah, no one said anything.
That's good.
Recently.
Good. Yeah. Okay. I scared them a little. I didn't say anything to them. But okay, cool. Well, that's good to hear. So yeah, I agree with you. I think that's definitely something that we need to get taken care of first and foremost. Yeah. We don't want to add to any of your problems. If she does decide to call again, we don't, we've got enough going on right now, so we don't want to add to that list. So I do have some plans, like how to go about getting childcare that I set and came up with, and wanted to see if this sounded like something that you would want to do. Okay. So what I would like for you to do is to call around to a few places this week and just kind of see what your options are. Okay. I know some places will take like government aid for daycare, and some places will not. So just check on a couple places and at least 3 places. If you can do that this week, and then next week we'll kind of weigh the pros and cons of those.
Okay. So just 3 for this week?
3 this week.
Okay.
Call them, find out what their times are, and their prices and stuff. And then maybe if you can find time to go in and meet with them and just kind of feel it out and see if you like it or not. And then next week we'll go over and see like which one would be the best fit.
Okay.
And if none of those work, then we'll start over. But
okay.
That was kind of where I wanted to gauge that for now. And then also your caseworker for the food stamps, she will be able to fill out the paperwork for you to get to see if you're eligible for child care assistance.
Okay.
So we're probably about like 3 weeks out on being able to establish child care, but I definitely want you to see what's out there, just in case. 1, there might be a waiting list. 2, like I said, not all places take the aid. We prefer a place that does. And then 3, we don't really know if you're qualified for the aid yet. So it'd be good to find ones that do and ones that don't, just in case.
Okay.
And then we'll just go from there. Does that sound okay? Does that sound doable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And then let's see. Yeah, and then next week we'll go over that together. And then we talked about food stamps. And then, so, what would you say, besides those 2, would be your next priority?
I'd really like to not feel like it's a big secret what's going on with me. Like, a lot of the teachers that I work with kind of like ask about the kids and ask about John and stuff, and I haven't really shared any of it with anyone. So I think just kind of realizing like what reality is at this point would probably be good for me, even though I don't necessarily want to. I think it would be probably better in the long run, you know? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that would be a relief, you know, a load off of all the stress that you have going on. And it could potentially open more doors for people might have other resources, or, you know, you just never know. And, you know, some people might be willing to offer help. I know you had mentioned that your coworkers, they know a little bit about what's going on, but they don't know everything, and that they've offered help. So
yeah,
I mean, a good support system is never a bad thing, and sometimes keeping things inside like makes it harder to deal with, because you feel like you're carrying this big weight, and then it's like, and you just let that go. It's amazing how much better you feel.
Yeah.
So I think maybe a good idea would be, for another goal we could set, would be the next time you see me, we will do some role playing.
Okay.
And you will be you. I'll be doing the role playing. You'll be you, and I could be your coworkers, and we can rehearse and discuss like what would be a proper way to kind of let the cat out of the bag and let them know what's going on, and we can role play different scenarios of like maybe a good reaction or even a bad one, like how you would deal with that if that came about.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds kind of goofy.
I know.
But I think it would probably be helpful, so.
Yeah, I mean, and I've done it with other clients before too, and it is kind of awkward, but it does really help prepare you for in the moment, because you never know how people are going to react, and sometimes you don't know what to say, and so it just kind of helps, like, get you prepared to kind of deal with people's different reactions and
Okay.
what might come out of your mouth.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. Let's see. I guess that's pretty much all we're doing today is just kind of getting ready to work on the goals, but I just wanted to get some clarification from you to make sure that, what you wanted to work on and if the things that I had in mind for you or make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay, so after we get through working on those, we'll probably set some more goals and go from there. But so, and then I just want to know, like, in a perfect world, what would you be doing right now?
In a perfect world, I think that I just would not be as stressed out about everything and feel so spread so thin. Like, I would just have my childcare, like, have my kids in a safe place for after school and everything, and feel like I'm, like, back on my feet financially and, like, able to provide for them and not just feel like I'm scrambling all the time. So I guess just really just, like, stability is ideally what I would like. So, yeah.
Okay. And do you think that that's realistic?
Yeah, I think it's realistic. I think it might take a while, but I think it's realistic.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Do you think it's realistic?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
okay,
definitely.
Good.
We're going to get there.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, we got our goals that we're going to work on next week. We need to make them a little more clear. So, we're going to say that by the next session next week, you will have contacted at least 3 daycare facilities, and we will discuss them.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yes.
Okay.
Do that.
And then the other thing we're going to do is, next week we are going to role play, and let's say, how about let's see. I think next week you're going to come see me on a Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, so let's say by, I don't know, when would you feel comfortable? Do you want to,
For which part is this for the role play?
yeah. Like putting it into action. Do you want to do it while it's fresh on your mind, or would you rather?
Yeah. We should probably do it so we'll do the role play next week.
Yeah.
Next session. And then I guess I could probably try talking to people once or twice before our next session after a role play.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else that you want to talk about today, or anything that you're concerned about?
No. Okay. Doing all right.
All right. Cool. Well, I'm excited to get working on this with you, and I think we're going to have some positive outcomes out of this. So
I think so too.
Awesome. Well, it was so good to see you again.
All right.
All right.
See you next week.
Yeah. See you next week. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
I forgot to set my timer.